Sure, go ahead.
IIHM, popularly known as the International Institute of Hotel Management, is one of the largest private hospitality institutes that imparts world-class education and can firmly pride itself for being one of the most foremost academic institutions of the country that offer globally recognized international degrees in hotel management. The hugely popular events that they host IIHM International Young Chef Olympiad. As the last dish is plated, they can only wait till the evening for the verdict to be pronounced.
Malaysia!
IIHM as an institute has always been able to define its core objectives clearly over the years. It is an institution that has always worked towards causes that give back to the society. IIHM proudly and aptly calls them food soldiers, a dynamic group of students.
Hotel plus management. At IIHM, the education is like doing a BBA plus hospitality, because at IIHM we train our students to become global business hospitality managers. In one hand, they are full of knowledge in hospitality, charismatic, and they have got the study skills of very hardcore management subjects like finance, strategic HR, global marketing, and a whole range of the management inputs.
IIHM.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310 50,000.
Hello and welcome to one of the most beautiful studios of hospitality education that the world might have ever seen, and that is at IIHM Goa. What you can see right behind me are the global IIHM studios from Goa, and we are live from the Goa studio because today we are going to discuss about something very versatile, something very interesting, and that is the career prospects in the field of hospitality. It is my ardent pleasure to bring forth to you the idea of hospitality जैसे कि आपने आज तक कभी सुना भी नहीं होगा। हॉस्पिटैलिटी सिर्फ एक पढ़ाई मात्र का नाम नहीं है, हॉस्पिटैलिटी सिर्फ एक ज्ञान मात्र का नाम नहीं है। हॉस्पिटैलिटी इज वेरी स्पेसिफिक to the industry. Hospitality is very specific to the knowledge and best of all the experience. The luxury of hospitality is what makes it so special. और आज हम इस career prospect को और आगे define करेंगे. We will try and understand कि किस तरह ये जो career है, एक career को हम grow करके how do we make it or establish it as one of the most successful careers in the world today. That's what we are going to do. That's how we are going to talk about hospitality. But as we get along, it is, of course, one of the best ways to do so is to connect with you from the world's largest hotel management social network, that is IIHM. How do we connect from IIHM as the world's largest hotel management social network? Simple. How many followers we got? Well, you can see the number right there, and that is the number of followers that we have on Facebook. Why is it that we are so intent on making a social network? Well, that is the question, and that we will discuss as we decide or progress into the world of hospitality in terms of career development. यही हमारा आज का मुद्दा है कि सोशल नेटवर्क से हम हॉस्पिटैलिटी को किस तरह कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं और हॉस्पिटैलिटी सोशल नेटवर्क पे कितना आगे जा सकती है, क्या लग्जरी मैनेजमेंट को एक सोशल नेटवर्क से बेनिफिट होता है या नहीं होता. That is what we are going to discuss today right from here IIHM Goa studios. सबसे पहले तो आप लोगों को ये बताना मेरा हक भी है और फर्ज भी कि हम कहां हैं और हम वहां क्यों हैं. We are situated in now 8 different campuses, 9 different campuses as we speak, and slowly establishing further onto the various centers across the globe and not just in India. But right here in India, we are situated in Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore, Jaipur, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Pune, where we are right now, right there in Goa. And of course, our international campuses are situated in Bangkok and Samarkand as we speak. That is the extent of IIHM. And now the reason being, how is it that we are so successful? Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to talk to you about what is it that you should decide when you look at an institute and you decide whether that institute is going to help you with your career in the future or not. You see, there are 3 different points which I always tell even my students. You will meet a few of them shortly. I tell my students that whenever you look at an institution, you should always focus on 3 very important aspects of what that institution can provide. First is the kind of knowledge the institution is able to provide you with. Okay, we will talk about all of these in details, but make a note of this if you have to. सबसे ज़्यादा किस तरह की knowledge, किस तरह का ज्ञान वो institution आप अपने students को देता है. दूसरा, वो institution किस तरह से अपनी society को develop करने में मदद करता है. Remember, an institute is not as good as the intelligent people it creates. An institute is also as good as the good human beings it creates. तो ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि आप जिस इंस्टीट्यूशन में पढ़ने वाले हैं उस इंस्टीट्यूशन से इंसान ही निकलते हैं या नहीं, है ना. तो ये दूसरी बहुत बड़ी चीज है. सिर्फ सोसाइटी ही नहीं, मैं उस इंडस्ट्री की भी बात करूंगा. तो जिस इंडस्ट्री से वो इंस्टीट्यूशन एसोसिएटेड है, रिलेटेड है, उस इंडस्ट्री को डेवलप करने के लिए वो इंस्टीट्यूशन क्या कदम उठा रहा है, ये बहुत जरूरी बात है किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को चूज करने के लिए. ये दोनों पॉइंट्स जब मैं कवर कर लूंगा, उसके बाद मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि तीसरा और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को सिलेक्ट करने का क्या हो सकता है. बट लेट्स स्टार्ट ऑफ विद हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई कि ये चीजें सही हो रही हैं कि नहीं हो रही हैं. आज यदि मैं आपसे पूछूं कि आपको दुनिया में कोई भी बेस्ट चीज पता करनी हो तो आप क्या करेंगे, एक सीधा साधा सा आंसर होता है और वो है गूगल. We always hit Google and we decide what is the best for us. Well, where does the Google find its answers from? There are various platforms which work, study, and ensure that they do the right rankings across the globe based upon the kind of provisions that every institution provides. ऐसी ही एक मैगजीन है जो कि सिर्फ रैंकिंग्स प्रोवाइड करती है अलग अलग चीजों की। इट कुड बी कंपनीज, इट कुड बी पीपल। वर्ल्ड्स रिचेस्ट अगर आपको पता करना होगा तो आप इस मैगजीन के पास जाएंगे। वर्ल्ड्स वेल्दीएस्ट कंपनीज के बारे में आपको पता करना होगा तो आप इस मैगजीन के में जाएंगे। आपको इंडिया के सबसे बड़े या सबसे रईस इकोनॉमिस्ट्स और एकेडमिशियंस या सबसे ज्यादा जानकार लोगों के बारे में पता करना होगा तो आप इस मैगजीन के पास जाएंगे। इस मैगजीन का नाम है फोर्ब्स। Forbes is a multinational magazine which ranks things, right? It ranks industries, it ranks companies, it ranks people based upon multitudes of information that they have. तो जब Forbes जो इतनी पॉपुलर है in terms of ranking कहती है that IIHM is a great place to study, तो हमने भी Forbes से पूछा कि आखिर आपने ये कैसे पता किया? So we found out how is it they work, and that is the mantra that I was going to give you. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Please hold on. We'll come back to point number 3. But let me discuss points 1 and 2 with you first as we get along and talk about why Forbes chose IIHM as a great place to study. What makes us that special persona that we have, that personality that we have, that Forbes considers us to be one of the best in terms of hospitality education. As we get along, I'll keep talking to you about it. But what was the first point I had mentioned? The first point that I had spoken to you about was the content of the knowledge that we give to our students. Very important for us to know that we, as an institution, make it a point that we are always young at heart. It doesn't matter how old an institution becomes. What truly matters is where is the heart? If the heart of the institution is at the right place. If you find yourself young at heart, you will always find yourself energetic, you will find yourself happy, and you will find yourself spreading that happiness across the world. So at IIHM, we have a mantra. Boss, you have to be young at heart. We have a saying, we say, don't be shy, say hi. And you know why we say that? Because it is important for all of us to remain really young at heart. And that's one of the reasons what makes the Forbes click for us. Because we truly believe in what is called not just bookish knowledge, but also experiential learning. निहायती जरूरी है हमारे बच्चों के लिए ये समझना कि सिर्फ किताबी भाषा जो है वो पढ़ के पास होना इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, और ना ही इससे आपको आगे इंडस्ट्री में सक्सेस मिलेगी। बहुत जरूरी है, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको जरूरी नहीं है, आपको ज्ञान लेना ज्ञानवर्धन बहुत जरूरी है, ज्ञान लेना बहुत जरूरी है, पर इसके साथ बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है आपका एक्सपीरियंस करना उस पढ़ाई को। अब आप पढ़ाई को एक्सपीरियंस कैसे कर सकते हैं? सीधी सच्ची सी बात है, जो आपने पढ़ा उसको अप्लाई करके देखना कि क्या वो सही है या वो नहीं है। और ये आपको IIHM में करना निहायती जरूरी है, क्योंकि हम आपकी थ्योरी पे भी उतना ही वेटेज देते हैं जितना हम आपके प्रैक्टिकल्स पे देते हैं। यानी आपको प्रैक्टिकल्स में अलग से पास होना पड़ेगा, अलग से ज्यादा नंबर लाने पड़ेंगे ताकि आप थ्योरी और टोटल पेपर में पास हो सके। अब ऐसा करने से हमको क्या फायदा है? ऑब्वियसली ये फायदा तो नहीं है कि इससे हमारे बच्चों को कोई बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिल जाता है, पर इससे हमारे बच्चों को कंटेंट वाइज एक एक्स्ट्रा एज मिलती है। समझिए इस बात को, यदि हम आपको ये बताएं कि रेस्टोरेंट में इस तरह से सर्विस करनी चाहिए, या आप किसी किताब में पढ़ें या यूट्यूब पे देखें कि रेस्टोरेंट में इस तरह से सर्विस करनी चाहिए, आप सिर्फ 1/4 ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन आपके दिमाग तक पहुंचेगी। Only 25% of the total information will reach your brains if it's just visually impacted. और उसके बाद अगर मैं आपसे बोलूं अब आपको ये करके दिखाना है, और इसी को एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग कहते हैं, यानी यू हैव टू डू दिस योरसेल्फ। हमने आपको करके दिखाया, योर टर्न, होल्ड अ सैल्वर, लेट्स डू द सर्विस, हियर्स अ रेस्टोरेंट, रन इट। ये एक एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग की बारी आ जाती है, और इससे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स कटिंग एज इंफॉर्मेशन के से वाकिफ हो जाते हैं, जो आज सचमुच हॉस्पिटैलिटी दुनिया में चल रही है। आपके सामने जो कुछ क्रिएटिव्स नजर आ रहे हैं, these are food festivals which our students take care of. Our students conduct these food festivals. और ये सिर्फ conduct का मतलब ये नहीं कि वो बस उस दिन 4 घंटे के लिए उस इवेंट में आ गए. मेरे स्टूडेंट्स एक्चुअली फूड फेस्टिवल के लिए 3 महीने पहले से प्रिपरेशन शुरू करते हैं. They identify the menu, they identify the total costs. They actually have to send me a budget कि अच्छा ये मेरी टोटल कॉस्टिंग है, ये बजट होने वाला है, क्या हम इस बजट पे काम कर सकते हैं. एंड देन इट इज माय जॉब टू टेल देम नहीं, ये बजट पे काम नहीं होगा. You will have to go back to the drawing board and you will have to rework upon your budget. And then you have to come to me for sale. My students have to tell me that I'm looking at a sale of X tickets. Per ticket cost is this much. Total value हमारी इतनी आएगी, इतना पैसा हम इस इवेंट में बनाएंगे. And you know the benefit? They have to draw a comparison. ये मेरा कॉस्ट है, ये मेरा प्रॉफिट है, क्या मेरा टोटल या सेल है, सॉरी, तो क्या मेरी सेल जो है वो कॉस्ट से ऊपर है कि नहीं है. What kind of sponsorships can I get? ये स्पॉन्सरशिप से क्या हमारी टॉप लाइन या बॉटम लाइन पे कोई असर होगा, और अगर होगा तो ये क्या बेनिफिशियल है. और in the end they have to work out a semblance of a real time business. और तब जाके ये इवेंट उनके लिए ऑर्गेनाइज किया जाता है, और तब जाके मेरे स्टूडेंट्स इस इवेंट पे काम करेंगे. They will work really hard for this event, and I'm proud to say that wherever we are, we host some of the most glamorous, some of the biggest student food festivals in the area we are situated in. Definitely here in Goa, I can proudly say that, and my students are also here. I can see them. ये benefit है, ये जो पढ़ाई होती है, इस पढ़ाई से हमारे बच्चों को जो ज्ञान मिलता है, that is not just bookish in nature. By the end of 3 years of study, my students, I can wake them up in the middle of the night and I can get them into a 5-star hotel, and my students will not, blink. They will look at me and they'll say, "Sir, I'm ready. What is it that you expect us to do?" That kind of confidence my students get because of the experiential learning that they have. And it's not just to do with food festivals, it's also to do a lot with the kind of practicals they have, the kind of information that they deal with. तो हम क्या ज्ञान देते हैं, बहुत जरूरी है ये जानना कि एक कंटेंट जो डेवलप होता है वो किस चीज के चारों तरफ डेवलप होता है. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, किसी भी हॉस्पिटैलिटी मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन कॉलेज में आपको रूम्स डिविजन, culinary आर्ट्स और फूड एंड बेवरेज सर्विस के बारे में डेफिनेटली बताया जाएगा. ये बहुत जरूरी है. रूम्स डिविजन यानी फ्रंट ऑफिस और हाउसकीपिंग, ये वो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जो कि गेस्ट इंटरेक्शन से डील करते हैं. फ्रंट ऑफिस वो जो कि फेस ऑफ द होटल कहलाता है, जो कि डायरेक्ट गेस्ट रिलेशंस से इन्वॉल्व रहता है. हाउसकीपिंग वो जो कि हाइजीन और क्लेanliness से डील करता है. एज वी गेट अलोंग वी विल स्लोली टॉक अबाउट दिस. Culinary arts वो सब्जेक्ट है जो कि आज की डेट में सबसे ज्यादा पॉपुलर है. That is becoming a chef. That's how people work around becoming a chef, right? By studying culinary arts. तो इसके बारे में मैं आपको ज्यादा नहीं बताऊंगा. We'll proceed on to somebody who will help you. But the next department is food and beverage service. Now, as we move along, let me start off by discussing what are the opportunities that we have in each of these different sectors. Let's start off with front office. Front office, like I said, is the face of the hotel. And to talk to us more about front office, we have Ms. Nupur Bhaumik with us. Can we have Nupur on screen, please?
Namaskar. My name is Nupur Bhaumik and I am senior faculty in IIHM Goa. Today we will talk about the curriculum we have, which is beautifully divided into 3 years in IIHM Goa. Now we have first year, second year and third year. In front office, it is divided as basic, supervisory and managerial. Now in first year you learn the basics of front office. Now what is basics of front office? What are the different types of hotels which are there? What are the different types of room which are there? What are the different types of rate which are there? How do you do reservation? How you handle registration or check-in? How do you handle departure or check-out? These are something which you learn in first year, which is basic of front office. Now when you move on to second year, it is more of supervisory and more of accounting, where you learn different types of bunches, different types of account. What is front office accounting all about? What do you mean by night audit? So it is more advanced than the first year. Now when you go to third year, you have, in syllabus you have something called planning and evaluating front office operation. You have something which will open a new venue for you, that is revenue management, okay, which is inclusive in front office syllabus. Now revenue management is a new thing and in thing in hotel industry these days. So when you learn revenue management, of course you, after passing out from IIHM, you will get jobs in a different industry, but there is one more department which is open now, that is revenue department. So you can start as a revenue executive, you can become a revenue supervisor, and after that you become a revenue manager. Okay? Now this is all about theory. What happens in practical? Practical, we have live opera, wherein you learn the way you are learning in theory, basic, supervisory, managerial. Same way, as per your theory, you learn in practical. First year you will learn how to do profiling, how to handle telephones, how to do reservation, how to do check-in. In second year you will learn about accounting, and then in third year you will learn about management. It will be as par with your theory. Okay? To understand these things much more, I have my third year specialization student with me, and now they will tell more about the role play, different things they do in college, and how it will help them to get a job.
Namaste. My name is Arun and I'm a third year front office specialization student. Role play is something that was taught to us from the year one. Different situations were given to us and we had to find a solution for the problems. It has helped me a lot in situation handling during my industrial training. It has also helped me in improving my convincing skills now that I am confident enough to sell any of my products to the guest. The reason I chose front office is because it has a wide opportunity in not only in the front desk, but even in sales and marketing and revenue management department. Finally, I am very proud and passionate to make a career out of this department. Thank you.
Namaste, I'm Naina and I'm a front office specialization student. Front office is the nerve center of a hotel. It plays a vital role and is also known as the face of the hotel, as it is the first and the last department the guests interact with. We are responsible for creating a first-hand impression of the level of services and facilities provided at the hotel. Working as a part of front office department in college events like the food fest, we had to market our products to different businesses for sponsorship. This taught us to convincingly sell our products and explain it to strangers. While in events like the Young Chef Olympiad, we welcomed and checked in several contestants from different countries and cultures, some of whom didn't even speak English. This taught us to effectively communicate with different types of people and make sure they are well taken care of. I am proud to be a part of this department.
Well said, Arun.
My apologies. Thank you so much, Nupur. That is one way of looking at front office, and that's what front office deals with. Well, we move on to the next very, very popular side of hospitality and something that really eggs on to the career development, and that is the culinary arts. For culinary arts, we have with us Chef Sangeeta. Chef Sangeeta heads the culinary department here at IIHM Goa, and trust me, you can't find a better mentor for this art right here. Over to you, Sangeeta. I can see you there. Hi.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. It's a very busy day today at our campus. If you can see, we have our students here. They are the third year students who are working right away, very busy with us right away. We are making some French cuisine today. That's our menu for the day. If you can see, that's our menu for the day. We have got some beautiful dishes to be done, and all these third year students are really busy from afternoon. Though it's 2 o'clock, but still they are really busy. And yes, we are back here, and I take care of the kitchen department. We got a huge kitchen with almost where 30 people can work together. And we have our hands. This is the place we do a lot of different kind of events like competition, inter-college competition. We have the biggest event done by our own camp college, which is the Chef Olympiad, Young Chef Olympiad. We have all countries which is beyond us. We connect to them through this place. Not only this, each campus have different priorities and way to do it. And we at Goa campus are very lucky to be here and with such a beautiful place. We work around with such a great director with us, supporting us, and we are really lucky. Believe me, this is going to be a fantastic place to learn and enhance your skills with us. Sir, I'd really like to introduce to a few of our students who are right away with us, and they will talk to us regarding one of a very fantastic, which IIHM Goa has done it. It's called El Gusto, which is our e-magazine from the Culinary Arts. And we are the first ever IIHM who has actually launched it. So I'll just introduce to you the students who can talk about. They're the current third year students. Saksham, if you can just take over.
Good afternoon. So as Sangeeta ma'am said, El Gusto was the first e-magazine launched that was launched right here in Goa campus. So it started off as a way to take off our minds of the whole pandemic, because we launched right in the middle of the pandemic. It was a great release for us. We had nothing to do. We put all our heart and souls into it, and out came El Gusto. Kalandar, would you like to take over?
Hello, my name is Dada Kalandar Alur. Being an IIHM student, it feels proud to say that our college is the first one to make the El Gusto magazine, which is the e-magazine of first time. It is really an honor to be with them and to contribute for that.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, students. Thank you so much, Sangeeta. That was pretty enlightening. It was nice to see that the students are working on both parts of the table, that is on the table and also on the computer screens, and doing a virtual magazine launch as well. Thank you so much, Sangeeta. That looks lovely. We proceed on to the next department, which technically speaks about the cleanliness, hygiene, which is very, very important to today's world. So this department is the housekeeping department, and in our campus, this is taken care of by Miss Pearl. So can we have Pearl on screen, please?
Yes, another plus point about the housekeeping department is I've very rarely in my career seen that the housekeeping department getting double shifts or working in break shifts. It's normally a straight shift. That means you come in the morning, you go in the afternoon, or you come in the afternoon and you go at night, or you come in the night shift and you leave in the morning. Now, housekeeping is also in demand in cruise liners. Okay, where people have come and people are coming on weekly basis for a 2 days, 3 days cruise, and wherein the people just have to make their cabins or supervise the making of the cabins by the lower staff. Towel art is also done by housekeeping. You must have seen in videos or of any hotels where they beautifully place these towel animals made of towels kept on the bed just to welcome the guests, which look very, very beautiful. Yes. Housekeeping has a large scope, and the best important part is housekeeping comes naturally to most of the people, right? Everybody likes to see a nice room, a clean room. That is what housekeeping takes pride in. It's the satisfaction that you get looking at the guest smile and say, yes, his room was beautiful and it was beautifully kept and beautifully cleared by the housekeeping department. The uniforms that you see around, the decorations that you can see around, the interior decoration that you can see around, everything that's beautiful in the hotel is done by the housekeeping department. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pearl. And That brings me to the last department that we were discussing, and that is the food and beverage department. The food and beverage department is the department which deals with event management, restaurant management, and today, trust me, restaurant management is becoming an even bigger operational. I mean, it's becoming a very lucrative operation, more lucrative than running an entire hotel, to be honest. With us is Mr. Dhiren Kurtarkar, who is a part of my food and beverage team. And right there, you can see him. Over to you, Dhiren.
Thank you so much, sir. A very good day to everyone, and I hope everyone's doing fine. My name is Dhiren Kurtarkar, and I, along with Ms. Alicia, who is actually right now undertaking a practical, which I will quickly show you in a while. We both take care of the food and beverage department here at IIHM Goa. So here at IIHM, we make sure that we try to focus on students' future, and we give them hands-on experience, not just technical exposure, not just bookish knowledge, but hands-on experience, making sure that we undertake plenty events so that they get hands-on experience. Apart from doing events, I will already show you all the food and beverage lab here. We can easily accommodate about 30 students at one given time. Again, making consideration, we take social distancing. So right next, we will show you all the department, and we are already going to see the students in action. Actually, they're undertaking a practical, which will right now. Right now, you can see here, this is the food and beverage lab. As you can see, we have all the equipments and infrastructure according to industry standards, whatever is required. And right here, as you can see, a very attractive dispense bar. So here, at the dispense bar, we'll be undertaking cocktail, mocktail sessions, tasting the wines, so all of that happens here. As I've already mentioned, we have all of the equipments that are required to make sure that we train the students accordingly. So as you can see, we've already seen the food and beverage lab and dispense bar. Okay, now we come to the career prospects in food and beverage, which are immense and are very glamorous. So the first thing that comes to everyone's mind when we speak about food and beverage is the restaurant. But the restaurant is not the only thing or not the only place where a food and beverage specialist would work. We have hotels, we have cruise liners, we have offshore vessels, we have catering sectors. And if all of these doesn't suffice, a lot of students, they don't want to work under certain people, hence they would become entrepreneurs and work and put up their own business. So that's also a great choice for them. Apart from these, we have plenty more sectors wherein the students can work and make a great career, not just working, but enjoying what they do. So right now we have Alicia and we have the other students who are in action doing some practical. So let us go and see what they're up to. Hi. Students. So here, as Alicia and students are taking some practical. Alicia, over to you. Please tell us.
Hi. So what did you see here is we're doing a flambe practical, and my students are learning how to do a banana flambe. While most of them have already completed, now we have Yash and we have Ages also, and now they're making a banana flambe, which is almost ready. And now they're going to flame the flambe. So please have the spirit and flame it. Nicely handed in a nice caramel sauce with some, bourbon whiskey in it. So you can take some. So I hope you enjoyed watching our banana flambe practical. And the students are learning how to do flambe. Just slide it down. Thanks, slide it. Yeah. Pour all the sauce. Now you can see a nicely flambéed banana with the caramel which has been, on top of the banana. We serve usually with a scoop of ice cream. Can you put a scoop of ice cream in here? Right. Yeah. just a little bit of ice cream, and then we put the remaining caramel sauce on top of the ice cream. All right, so that was it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alicia. That was wonderful. So I hope everyone enjoyed and has seen what we do at IIHM Goa. You've seen the Food and Beverage Lab, and we were very lucky to see all the students in action as well. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dhiren. Thank you for that delightful banana flambe. Of course, flambe is something that I myself enjoy a lot. I find it very adventurously tasty. So that's my way of loving the banana flambe. Thank you so much, my F&B team. Well, that is what the content for any specific hospitality management college should work around, right? That is on how do you make the content, how the knowledge gaining happens. Of course, apart from this, we definitely take care of subjects like management, business communication, management in its various forms, sales and marketing, human resources, financial management, all the different managements in basics, applications. Remember that very prominent word, the application of the management, because that is what is going to be required by my students after 3 years of their completion of degree. They may or may not need to understand the absolute foundations, but how do you apply the principles of management into action is what is very, very important. And that is why experiential learning comes and makes a huge plus in terms of growth. So that was point number one, right? I was telling you about the content. While we are at content, it is also my ardent duty to tell you what kind of experience my students undergo as a part of the curriculum. In the second year, my students go for internships or industrial training, as you might call them. Right? The idea behind industrial training is for my students to understand real-time growth, understand real-time operation of any hospitality management platform. So they need to learn how hospitality works, and not just in India, but internationally. They need to go to different locations. They always do, of course. They identify the spaces where they want to conduct or pursue their training. And based upon that, they are trained in different geographies of the world. As we see on the screen right now, different geographies abroad as well. So that is what makes us content-wise very strong. So that's point number one, that every hospitality management or any institution that you are looking at should focus on the kind of knowledge that they are able to provide. As we get along, something even more has with the industry, the kind of connected the industry, how does the institute develop the industry as a whole? How is it that the institute is able to develop the society around it? So remember the Tatas, right? You give back to the society from where you have taken, and that plays a very, very important role. And that is why equally important, and point number two is how is the institution connected to the society? आखिर आप सोसाइटी से कितने अच्छे से कनेक्टेड हैं, आपने सोसाइटी को क्या दिया है, आपने उस इंडस्ट्री को, जिस इंडस्ट्री के लिए आप काम करते हैं, उस इंडस्ट्री को आपने क्या दिया है, ये किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन से जानना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि उससे पता चलता है कि वो इंस्टीट्यूट नेटवर्किंग में अपनी इंडस्ट्री से कितना वेल कनेक्टेड है. और ये पॉइंट नंबर 3 को डायरेक्टली लिंक करता है, पर पॉइंट नंबर 3 मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. अभी पॉइंट नंबर 2 को डिस्कस करते हैं कि आखिर क्या होता है जिससे कि आप एक इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट को डेवलप कर सकें. सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूं आपको. वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज द वेरी रिसेंटली, इनफैक्ट 2021 में ही हमने IIHM लॉन्च किया है. दीज आर द फेलोज ऑफ IIHM. ये वो लोग हैं जो इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स हैं ग्लोबली, सिर्फ इंडिया में नहीं, मैं ग्लोबली बात कर रहा हूं. और इन सभी को इलेक्ट किया गया है IIHM के फेलोज के तौर पे, और ये सभी ने हमको ये प्रॉमिस किया है कि वो हमारी स्टूडेंट्स को डेवलप करने में उनकी मदद करेंगे, उनको मेंटोर करेंगे, उनको गाइड करेंगे, जिससे कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स भी इनकी तरह टॉप नॉच हो सकें. Right? So that is the kind of exposure that we have through IIHM, the students of IIHM get. We have some of the biggest names in the industry. The photographs that you're looking at, right? You're looking at Chef Ranveer Brar. You're looking at Miss Priya Paul, who's the chairperson for APJ Surendra Group. Chef Brar, of course, is a person who does not even need an introduction. We have Mr. Ritesh Agarwal there. Mr. Agarwal is the owner of Oyo Rooms, which is the third largest hotel chain in terms of room inventory in the world. और ऐसे लोग हमारे बच्चों को मेंटोर करते हैं ताकि हमारे बच्चे आगे जाके सिर्फ हॉस्पिटैलिटी ही नहीं, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और सिर्फ हॉस्पिटैलिटी की आर्ट नहीं, हॉस्पिटैलिटी की बिजनेस भी सीख सके। बहुत जरूरी है उनके लिए ये जानना, ये समझना कि हॉस्पिटैलिटी की बिजनेस किस तरह से प्रॉफिटेबल बनाई जा सकती है। तो ये हम अपनी सोसाइटी, अपनी इंडस्ट्री से कनेक्ट करके ये काम करते हैं। जैसा कि हमने आपको बताया, पॉइंट नंबर 1 was knowledge. Point number 2 was how we are associated with the industry. Well, that leads me to point number 3, which is placements. आखिर आप इंस्टीट्यूशन से पास होके कहां जाएंगे, क्या करेंगे, ये प्लेसमेंट्स निहायती जरूरी है। दैट इज पॉइंट नंबर 3, जो कि मैं तब से आपसे छुपा के रखा हुआ था। पॉइंट नंबर 3 यानी प्लेसमेंट्स, यानी इंस्टीट्यूशन आपको कितना जबरदस्त प्लेटफॉर्म दे सकता है, कितनी इंडस्ट्रीज, कितनी कंपनीज, कितनी मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज से कनेक्ट कर सकता है ताकि आपको बेनिफिट मिल सके प्लेसमेंट का। At IIHM, we are associated with some of the biggest brands in the world. The Marriotts, the Hiltons, the Hyatts, the IHGs, the Taj, the Oberois, the Tatas, the Tajes, ITCs, Oberois, Hilton I already said, right? Accor, आप विश्व के किसी भी मल्टीनेशनल होटल चेन से इंटरैक्ट करें और उनसे पूछें कि क्या आपके पास IIHM के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, and all of them will turn around and say yes. And that is how strong a connect we have with the industry. ये हमने कैसे मुमकिन किया, कैसे मुनासिब है कि भैया विश्व के सारे टॉप नॉच कंपनीज जो हैं हॉस्पिटैलिटी की, वो IIHM से एसोसिएटेड हैं। इसलिए पॉसिबल है बिकॉज वी हैव मेड स्ट्रॉन्ग एफर्ट टू कनेक्ट विद द इंडस्ट्री एट ऑल टाइम्स, एंड इससे द इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट्स विद अस एट ऑल टाइम्स। इससे द इंडस्ट्री इज एसोसिएटेड विद अस और वो हमको कंटिन्यूअसली अपडेट देते रहते हैं कि आखिर नया इंडस्ट्री में क्या चल रहा है, और यही नयापन हम अपनी एजुकेशन में इंक्लूड करते हैं वापस पॉइंट नंबर 1 में जाके, जो कि नॉलेज और कंटेंट से रिलेटेड है। समझे आप ये 3 पॉइंट्स कितने जरूरी हैं किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को सही तरह से रन करने के लिए, बट सबसे ज्यादा आपको ये समझने के लिए कि वो इंस्टीट्यूशन आपके लिए कितना सही है या नहीं है। दैट इज हाउ यू आइडेंटिफाई एंड ट्रस्ट एन इंस्टीट्यूशन। Of course, very important aspect. तो जैसे कि मैं आपको बता रहा था, placements are very important. These are some of the placements that IIHM has done during the pandemic year when the entire globe was looking at a shutdown. IIHM students were still making it through, right through and through, and that's the benefit of IIHM. Well, एक और चीज है जिससे कि आप अपने इंस्टीट्यूट को डिसाइड कर सकते हैं, और वो है आपके इंस्टीट्यूट की खूबसूरती और उसकी लोकेशन। I will not speak anything much about it because I have somebody there who's waiting to show you what a place Goa is. Goa, the international tourist destination, the international tourist capital. And with us, joining somewhere far above on the campus of IIHM Goa, is Miss Alita D'Souza. And I can see her with a blue sky background and clouds and greeniness. Hi, Alita, over to you.
Namaste and a very pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am Alita D'Souza. I'm program leader at IIHM Goa, and I'm here to show you glimpses of our campus. But before we see the campus, I would like to tell you why IIHM is very different from the others. So basically, at IIHM, we try and inculcate a lot of practical exposure. We have a lot of events which, which are conducted for the industry people, wherein the chefs, the general managers, the human resource managers, they come, they dine here, and that is the exposure that the students get. Plus, we try and inculcate a lot of events which will make students more confident and, much in alliance with the industry, so that the students don't feel left out when they join the industry. In the first year, we try and teach you all the basics. In the second year, basically, you have your internships and you have some supervisory skills. And the third year is comprised of the managerial skills. Before I speak a little further, I'm sure you're excited to see the campus. So let me take you through the campus. So basically, this is the campus, the resort in which we are situated. This is the lush greenery that is surrounding the entire resort and the campus. Now, the benefit of having a campus inside a resort is you get to learn from practical exposure. You have real guests checking in and checking out day in and day out. So you get to see real hospitality being practiced in this campus. The structure, I'm not sure if you can see on my camera, is the training restaurant and the commercial restaurant, wherein you can polish your F&B skills. The restaurant that you see on top, the commercial restaurant, you get to use it or you get to run it for a while in your realia. So wherein you get your entrepreneurship skills polished. These are some of the resort rooms that we have. Very nice and cozy and a village-like setup. The entire campus, as you see, is surrounded by greenery and it looks beautiful in monsoons. Okay, so these are some of the resort rooms that we have. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Alita. And that's what makes a very good and successful institute. Remember the 3 points, boys and girls. The first one is the content that the institution provides you in terms of knowledge. The second is the industry and the society connect that the institute has. And third, and very, very important, the kind of placement that institution can help you get. ये 3 चीजें अगर आपने ध्यान रखी ना, तो आप अपने लिए हमेशा सही इंस्टीट्यूशन ही चुनेंगे। और यही आपके लिए जरूरी है आज की डेट में, ये सोचना कि क्या कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूट आपके लिए सही है। Right? With that, we come to a closure of आज का ज्ञान session, talking about how to identify the right institute, talking about how to make sure that you choose the right hospitality management college for yourself and to decide your future, to decide your career progression. Stay well, stay safe. Signing off from Goa studios of IIHM. This is Sameer Mehta. Namaskar.
IIHM, popularly known as the International Institute of Hotel Management, is one of the largest private hospitality. It imparts world-class education and can firmly pride itself for being one of the foremost academic institutions of the country that offer globally recognized international degrees in hotel management. The hugely popular events that they host, IIHM International Young Chef Olympiad. As the last dish is plated, they can only wait till the evening for the verdict to be pronounced.
Malaysia!
IIHM as an institute has been able to define its core objectives clearly over the years. It is an institution that has always worked towards causes that give back to the society. IIHM, a dynamic group of students working tirelessly to ensure a hunger-free world.
Hotel management. Hotel plus management. At IIHM, the education is like doing a BBA plus hospitality. Because at IIHM, we train our students to become global business hospitality managers. In one hand, they are full of knowledge in hospitality, charismatic, and they have got the study skills of very hardcore management subjects like finance, strategic HR, global marketing, and a whole range of the management inputs.
IIHM.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310 50,000.
Oh, you guys are still here, and I'm sorry, this news. Well, Here's something beautiful, boys and girls. IIHM has just been awarded 2021. Yes, this is the hot topic of the day. This has just come in. So congratulations to IIHM. Well, there you have it. Education excellence. Bonobos, the chairman and chief mentor of IIHM, was awarded the Excellence in Hospitality Education by Udan Dare to Dream by Z Hindustan. So with that, we bring to a closure of this session on a very, very happy note. Looking forward, see you around, stay safe. Bye from now. Signing off from Goa Studios, this is Samir Mehta.